Mrs. Griffith here. We are so excited that you're coming back to school next week. We just can't wait. Now in school we've made a few changes to the classroom and a few changes to how and where you're dropped off in school. So we thought we'd do a video to show you so that you know when you come to school what it's going to be like, and also to show parents because it's different for everybody. So the first change is where you're dropped off, and we're not up at our reception gate, we're not in the school grounds. We're actually down by the community centre near preschool along the path. Now this path is a one-way system, and you can see there are socially distanced lines and tape on the fence. So this shows you where to line up with your mum or dad or whoever's going to bring you to school. Now this is the drop-off point, so this is where you will say goodbye to your mummy or your daddy, and mums and dads will go down the path down by the Packet Boat, down to Packet Boat Lane. This little square, this is my square here, I'm going to stand in here so that I'm keeping safe, and you'll leave your mums and dads on the line, say goodbye, and you will walk up this way with Miss Hook. Miss Hook will walk with you. You will walk around and up here, all the way around the corner, through the gate with Miss Hook, and walk up the playground. Now as we go up the playground, you'll see Mrs. Coupland. So Mrs. Coupland will be at the top of the playground. We'll keep walking then when we can see where Mrs. Coupland is. Good morning, Mrs. Coupland. So Mrs. Coupland will be at the top of the playground to welcome you, and she will tell you which classroom that you will go into. It will be the Rainbow classroom for some boys and girls, the Sunshine classroom for others, and class 3 for the third group. So Mrs. Coupland will tell you when you get to the top of the playground which one of the classrooms that you're going to go into. So now let's have a look at the classrooms and see what they look like. Hi boys and girls! So the first classroom that we're going to have a look inside is the Rainbow classroom, and you'll see it's a little bit different. Now the first thing that's different is it's not me, I'm Mrs. Hollings-Tennant. It's me and
Miss Todd. Hi boys and girls. I normally teach in year 4 in class 8, but I'm coming down to reception.
So in the Rainbow class you will have me and Miss Todd. Now let's have a look and see what's a little bit different. So the first thing that I noticed is that the pegs don't have names on. So you're going to use any peg. We're going to spread out on the pegs. So you'll come on in after washing your hands nice and clean, and you'll hang your coat up on a peg and put your water bottle on top of that peg. And then the next person will move along, not on the peg next to it. We're going to go peg, miss a peg, miss a peg, so that our coats are spread out on the pegs and our water bottles are on top. So when you come in looking for your name and think that's always my peg, it won't be the same peg. Now, we've got a role play. We've got a role play like we normally have, but again, it doesn't quite look the same. It's made up of plastic food, metal pots, so that everything can be cleaned at lunchtime and at home time. So we have got a role play, but it's not got all the exciting things in that you would normally expect. And boys and girls, in each of the areas, it's 2 children. So 2 children will be able to play in the role play area, but again, we'll make sure that we swap so that other people get a turn. Now on the carpet, this looks a bit strange. Somebody's been drawing on my carpet. Well, there's little superstars, and that's because you are all superstars coming back to school. So when you come into the Rainbow classroom, you will sit on one of the stars. And again, that's just to make sure that we are spread apart. Think about those helicopter arms. We're spread apart as we're sat on the carpet. And we will be on the carpet. We'll have stories, we will have singing on the carpet, we'll have some maths activities. But you will be on your little star so that we're a little bit spread out on the carpet. Now, I know in my classroom the creative area is always really, really popular, and we've kept the creative area, but again, it's slightly different. So, all the bits are here, but you're not to go and take whatever you want by yourself. So you have to ask for what you would like, and then the teachers can get that out for you. So we've got a box of pipe cleaners, we've got lolly sticks, we've got tissue paper and feathers and pom-poms, all the things that you would expect in the creative area, but you can't get it yourself. That's probably the biggest change, Miss Todd, because in reception, we can just go and get what we want and make whatever we want. And you still can, but you must ask an adult to get the bits that you would like. Now, if I move further along over here, we've got a painting area, and this is always going to be painting, and we'll mix it up with what we're going to be painting on and what we're going to be painting with. What do we have over there, Miss Todd?
So the construction area, the Lego will be left out every day, so you can play with the Lego every day, but it will be cleaned at lunchtimes and after school. And every day there'll be a different construction box out every day for you to play with.
Yeah, but can you just go and choose another one if you want something else?
No, the box that is out is the box that you have to play with.
Yeah, that's it. And then that box goes away for a whole week. Then for the next bubble. So you'll play with it one day, and then unfortunately, that's it. Now we've got a little bit of maths area over here, and again, it's just got sort of plasticky type things that can all be wiped down and cleaned at lunchtime and at home time. Now you're still able to go on the computers, but this one, the keyboard has gone. So we're not using the middle computer. We've got two computers, but not the middle one. Again, so that we're a little bit further spread out. And when you've used the computer and somebody else wants to turn, it's really important that you tell an adult, because again, we would wipe it all down before the next person is able to access the computer. So it's a little bit different, mainly because you can't go and choose what you want. Oh, I've missed an area actually, just behind. We've still got the reading area because we love books in school, but again, there's limited resources, so there's only 3 books in our reading area, and they will change every day. Now, whilst we're in school, reading is important to us, so we're going to make sure, although we're not sending reading books home, we're going to make sure that your child is read with on Monday or Tuesday and Thursday and Friday, so they will still get that reading, but we unfortunately won't be able to send that home. Now, let's have a look. I just want to show you before we go through to the sunshines, just the hand washing. So we've got lines on the floor. We've got our lines here, which we're lining up, ready to wash our hands. This is the stop line, and we're only allowing 2 people in the toilets at once. So 2 people washing their hands, and other boys and girls will wait on the line. That's the same for the classroom as well. It's 2 boys and girls in each area, and that's the same in all 3 classrooms, just to try and keep it as safe as we possibly can. Now then, should we see what's in the sunshine room?
Hi boys and girls. Okay, so I am in the sunshine classroom, and I'm going to be in this room for the next 3 weeks with Mrs. Hollings Tennant. Now, I think you've just had a little look in the rainbow classroom with Mrs. Griffith and Miss Todd, and it's a little bit different, isn't it? Well, the sunshine classroom looks a little bit different as well, okay? So we'll come and have a little look at the carpet first. Now, we've got spots on the carpet today, but next week when you come to school, there'll be little stars on the floor, just like what's in the rainbow room. So you're going to be sat on the carpet, on the star, and you're going to be socially distanced on the carpet, so you're not going to be sat next to anybody, okay? We've got a little reading area over here, just like in the rainbow classroom, and we're going to change the books every single day. Along the wall here, we've got our creative section, so you can't just choose what you want. Just like in the rainbow classroom, you've got to please ask. The little sign says you've got to ask if you would like to get something to choose to do some creative activities. We have got a painting area, so you'll be able to do some paintings on here, but we've only got 4 chairs around this table. And then over this way, we've got the boxes of, we've got the marble run out today. We're going to have different construction boxes out on the carpet every day, okay? So one day we might have the marble run, another day we might have the train track, we might have the cars. So this is going to be on the carpet here, and it will get changed every day, so you'll have something different to play with every day. We're going to have the Lego out, just like in the rainbow classroom every day, and we're going to spray it and clean it at dinner time, so it's nice and clean, ready for the afternoon, and then at home time as well. And then next door, Mrs. Griffith has got a home corner in her classroom. Now, it's not quite finished yet, but when you come to school, there'll be a little cafe in here. So there'll be a little cafe in our role play area, but again, there'll only be 2 people who can come into the role play area. On the computers, we've only got 2 computers where the boys and girls can explore on this computer. It's not going to be turned on, so we can make sure that there's a nice space between the computers. Okay, now I think you've had a look in the Sunshine Classroom, you've had a look in the Rainbow Classroom, now you're going to go and have a look in Class 3 to see what that looks like.
Hi boys and girls, I'm Mrs. Jackson. Some of you might recognise me, I've seen a few of you around and about in school. And for the next 3 weeks you're going to be in Class 3 with me and Mrs. Coupland. And just like you've seen in the Rainbows and Sunshines classroom, we've set up this classroom specially for you and it's looking a little bit different. So you can see from the carpet, just like in Rainbows and Sunshines, we've got stars for you to be sitting on when you come in the morning. That means you can be socially distant, but we can still start our day nicely. As we move round our classroom, you can see we've got a nice little book area down here. Now we've only got a few books out because we'll be able to change these each day. But there's some nice stories for us to sit and read. We've got a nice little table here that we're going to be doing some writing tasks with, and we've got a nice choice of construction, and we'll pull a box out each day and we'll reuse them each week. Now as we go around our classroom, you can see on this little spot here we've got a lovely little small world fort for you to have a play with. I think you've got lots of good ideas for that. And just behind it you can see we've got 2 computers. Now we're not going to use the middle one because we're going to keep ourselves socially distant, and all of these things are going to be wiped down at lunchtime and the end of the day. Now we've got a painting table here, which we've got 1 person at the end of each table, just so we're still staying apart but we can still enjoy our painting fun. I've got a nice little maths activity on the side there that we'll be changing and keeping it nice and interesting. In the corner, we've got a lovely selection of creative things. Now, you've got to ask, just like in Rainbows and Sunshines, for you to get some of these things and an adult will get them for you. And we've got a super table here with lots of space for you to get them nice and creative. And in the corner, we've got a home corner for you to get in there with your friends. Lots of space so we can try and distance ourselves, but we can still have lots of fun. Okay, that's everything in Class 3. I'm looking forward to seeing you all. Bye.
So at the end of the day, it's very similar to the start of the day. We're not coming up to the reception outdoor area. At home time, the teachers will walk the children, so we'll walk down this way, socially distanced with our helicopter arms, and we will walk down to the middle playground. Parents, you will have also already come in via the bottom gate and socially distanced, spread yourselves out on the bottom playground. So we'll come to the middle and you will be stood down on the bottom playground. Now it might take a little bit of time to release the children because we want to make sure that we don't all go at the same time, all go rushing off and then create a bit of a bottleneck down at the gate. So please bear with us, it might just take a little bit of time. We're just going to space that out in how we release the children. Then once you've got your child, you need to exit the playground, down by the bottom gate again and down by Packet Boat Lane, because the Year 6 children will then be collected after you. We hope our video makes sense. If there's anything that you're not so sure about, please feel free to email us and ask us, but we've thought about how we can possibly keep it as safe as possible. See you on Monday!